Hi there. Today I wanted to talk about a little project and how I'm going to personally deal with that project in upcoming days. One of the members of our camera club has come up with a great idea for a summer challenge. Like many organizations, our camera club doesn't have any active meetings during the summer months. We pretty much follow the same schedule as most schools. So our last meeting was our little get-together in June. Our next meeting will not be until September. So what do we do in the meantime? Well, last year we had a number of different activities. We went and took part in photo shoots at various different events over the course of the summer. But one of our members has come up with something a little more structured. What he's going to start doing is posting a challenge every week. And he's added a little something to it. The challenge, he said, is not going to be some vague, nebulous theme. It will be something specific. So I have no idea. We haven't had an example yet, but it may be, an object, a place, whatever. But he has challenged everybody to come up with a limitation. You come up with a challenge for yourself. You choose something that you think will develop you as a photographer. For instance, one person has mentioned the fact that they're going to try and use off-camera flash for their images. Others are going to just do black and white. Whatever you feel will push you forward. My decision was to go with something that you have seen in a previous video. I'm going to go with basically what I started with in photography. When I started photography, I had an old screw-mount Argus camera made by Shannon, I think it was. So it's a screw-mount Argus camera. I had three lenses. I had a 35mm lens, 2.8. I had a 50mm f2, and I had a 135mm f2.8. That was it. That was my trinity of lenses. Well, turns out right now I'm probably the closest to that same situation again, because I have right now an Olympus EP5. I'm not going to use the EM1. I'm going to use the EP5. The EP5 with a 17mm f2.8. Now that's equivalent to 34mm, very close. A 25mm f1.7, a tiny bit faster, but equivalent to the 50 I was using before. And a 60mm f2.8, which is equivalent to 120mm. Again, very close to the 135 I used in the past. Now, what else am I going to do? I'm going to limit myself to no more than ISO 400. Now you say, well, why would you bother with that? I want to test myself. I want to replicate what my photography looked like in the past and see if I can do the same thing again. Nowadays, what I would like to do is to basically give myself that same set of limitations and see if I can do as well with that as I can with the practically limitless situation I have now with digital cameras. Because let's face it, right now with digital, ISOs up to 3200 are great on almost any recent digital camera. Some, of course, can go to 12,600 and still 12,800, sorry, and still give a good, clean image. I'm going to limit myself to what I would have had in the film era. Rarely ever did I ever get my hands on anything faster than 400 speed film. And as a result, all of my photography was trapped by that limitation. So to look at the trinity of lenses I'm referring to, in a very small bag here, I have the camera, the EP5, with the 25mm f1.7. I also have, of course, in the same bag, the other two lenses I'm going to be using. The start of my trinity is my 17mm f2.8, and the end is my 60 millimeter f2.8. Now, I did a video quite a while back, talking about the idea of a trinity of lenses, and I showed examples of the field of view of these three particular lenses as they were attached to the camera shooting the video. So my face changed sizes quite drastically. I will link to that video below, and that is what I am going to be using for this particular challenge. How will I do? I don't know. I'm not going to be bringing this up until the end of this particular series of challenges, so you won't see this mentioned again in my videos until sometime in late August or early September, at which point I will show you the results that I got. His challenge, the rest of it, is that there will be 5 different subjects. Each week, a new subject. In that week, you should try to shoot a minimum, an absolute minimum of 5 images of that particular subject. And choose those 5 to share online. Now, you can shoot 50, but you need to try to at least post 5 online. And the whole idea then is that as a group, we will look at the images, we will compare the images, we will basically evaluate each other's images, and at the end there will be, if no other prize, at least bragging rights if you've managed to have a few successful images. So, if you're looking for something to do with your photography, you can always set a personal challenge, but if you have friends in photography, or if you're a part of a photography group, it might not be a bad idea to take a look around and see if there is a challenge like this that you can set for your group. A challenge that an unbelievable number of people will jump on. In this particular case, he allowed for, I think it was 25 people. And the 25 spaces were filled within 3 days. And a lot of people are sort of saying, oh, I wish I'd been able to do it. So it is something that gets people thinking. Anyhow, give it a try. Work with a group. If you enjoy this video, give me a thumbs up. If you would like to see more of my videos, then subscribe to my channel. And of course, if you think somebody might get something from this video, then by all means share it. Bye for now.